G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to use my little memorial dog mold today. Well, it's maybe not so little. It's quite a thick, chunky mold. So this is my dog. I've also got a little cat as well, but today I'm going to do a dog because I was clipping my dogs this week. And I clipped Bailey, and this came off her tail, off the end of her tail. She's a cavoodle, so I thought I was going to put it in a bin. And I thought, oh, let's use it. I'll pop it into the mold. So what I'm going to do is I've got my resin there. I've just been stirring it for 4 minutes. It is the deep pour resin. This one. That's Resin's deep pour, so you can pour that up to, it says there, 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters. So I'm not going to need all of that. Like, it's not, I don't have 10 centimeters there. Probably got about maybe 5 centimeters the hair sticking to it. So what I thought I would do is, like I said, I've mixed it up for 4 minutes. I'm going to pop the hair in there like so. Let me put my gloves back on. And I'm going to give it just a little bit of a sort of a poke down. I'm not going to really stir it. I'm just kind of going to poke it. So, and you can see there's lots of bubbles coming up just from the air, you know, being trapped in the hair. The air in the hair is over there. So I am going to take this cup and I am going to pop it into my Let's Resin bubble remover machine, and then I'll come right back. Okay, that didn't take very long at all because it's a very thin resin. The thicker the resin, the harder it is, you know, for the bubbles to come out. But I only use, well, the deep pour. I also use the fast cure, which isn't too thick. Bubbles seem to come out of that pretty well. Okay, I think I will just spray inside my mold just with a little bit of isopropyl. Now, oh gosh, I don't know how much I'm going to need. Let's pour a little bit of resin in first. I mixed up this deep pour resin is a 2-to-1, so I did 125 grams of is that all going to go in? It's going to go plop. Big plop. 125 grams of A and 55 grams of B, and that's what I used. It's pretty close. I have got some left. I guess the hair took up a bit of space as well. I'm just trying to think what I can use to move it around. Maybe this. I can just kind of use to spread that hair out a little bit. There's a tail. This is the tail here, so I make sure I get some hair in that tail. So it might just take me a little while just to sort of spread this where I want it, because it just did go, it poured out in just a big blob. So I'll just spread that out a little bit. These are the front feet here. I was going to go back and do like a white coat over the top, like a top layer, but I think I'll just, because I've got so much of this hair, I think I'll just leave it and we'll just do clear the whole way through. What do you think? It doesn't want to separate. Okay, I need to do that. Yeah, pull it up and then push it down. There we go, that works. Pull it up, press it down where I want it, because I want it to go into these feet as well. So just do that. Yep, that's working. It's just going to take me a little bit of time. I don't want to make too much of a mess. And I don't want to get too much air trapped in there as well, because I've just taken the bubbles out. I don't want to put bubbles back in again. Might have had a bit too much hair. Maybe a little bit too much hair in there. I don't know. But anyway, we'll just see. All right, so I'm going to spread that around a little bit more. All right, I think I have got it where I want it. I ended up having a little toothpick and holding one side and just sort of pulling it like that, so I wasn't pulling everything forward, but I think that's pretty much how it's going to be. The tail's not very deep, so I can't put too much in there. So I think that's pretty much done. I'm going to just wipe the top of my mold because it's got a bit of resin on it there. Now, I guess the tricky part is because I want to fill this little tail as much as I can. Okay, I thought I was done, but now I've got this little loop here that I'm going to have to deal with. There we go. That's all right. Make sure that that's in there. So there's a few little hairs that are kind of poking out, but I think I'd rather just leave them there now rather than try to do too much more with it. And I can trim them off later, you know, it's not a problem. So what I need to do now is I need to just fill this mold because I want it smooth on the bottom. You know, you don't want hairs poking through. So we'll have to make sure that we get that nice and smooth, no hairs poking through. And then that's it. I need to do a little bit more work with this tail. I haven't got it quite how I want it, but you get the general idea. Yeah, it's not very deep there, and I probably got a little bit too much hair there. So anyway, we'll poke it all down. I guess if you wanted to do it in two layers, you could almost fill it to the top, wait for it to cure, and then put another layer on over the top, and that would, you know, cover all the hairs. But I just want to do it in one. Now this is going to take probably 2 days to cure anyway, so I don't need to rush to get this done. I can take my time. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of days to cure. So just put in as much as the mold can handle. Give it a bit of a spray with some isopropyl, and that's pretty much it. So we'll leave it like that. I'll try not to fiddle too much, okay? You know I will, but I'll try not to, because I just need to poke that hair back down again. And then I will see you in a couple of days for the unmolding. Okay, it has been a couple of days and this has cured now. What I did before I left it to cure, I actually came back and I just covered it with this piece of plastic because I wanted a smooth top. I thought maybe the hairs were kind of poking out and I couldn't get them sort of down into the resin enough, so I just came along and I pressed that on, made sure there was no bubbles, and then I left it to cure like that, and then this morning I just peeled it off. So that's what I did. You didn't miss anything really. Well, only a little bit. You missed just a little bit. So it is time to unmold. So because I put the plastic over the top, it's probably going to have a little bit of extra silicone, because when I placed the plastic, a little bit sort of oozed out, but I can just trim that up. All right, let's get this out. It should come out really easily. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of excess there. Not too bad. Oh, there's the nose. Hopefully I haven't got too many bubbles. Oh, there it is. That looks so good. Look at that. Now I was debating whether or not to do a, you know, like a white top coat, but I decided against it. But you could, of course, well, not even white, you could just choose like a corresponding color, maybe some beige. So there it is there. I'm going to trim these up, and then I'm going to find my little light. I'm going to see what it looks like with the light coming through, because when I hold it like that towards the window, I've got sunlight coming in, I get a much different effect. So I will do that. Found it. It's in one of my drawers. So it's just it's got a little on-off switch, and then the other end is just a USB. So I've plugged that in. So there we go. It's not very attractive on the top there. It'd be nice if there was like a piece of, I don't know, frosted glass or something to cover it. But anyway, that's how it is. So we'll pop that there. Might have to actually bring you down so that we can have a little bit of a closer look at it. So we'll come down here. Oh, now I've got the ring lights though that are annoying. Okay, let's flick this on and see what it looks like with some light under it, eh? Oh, look at that! Wow, that is super cool. I guess if you had a bigger one that would light up the whole thing. Oh, there's a little bubble. That would look really nice. But I mean, I've got all the ring lights on in the studio, so it's a little bit difficult to see without this light. But yeah, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? The way the hair's moving around in there. Really nice. Okay, so there is my little doggy done. If you lift it up a little bit, I guess, yeah, look at that, a little bit higher, and then the light is more sort of dispersed than down there. So you lift it up a little bit higher, and there we go. That gives it a slightly different look as well. That's really nice. I wonder what it looks like outside. Shall we go and see what it looks like outside? I hold it up towards the sun, and the sun's in my eyes. I can't see a thing, so hopefully you can see something. I've got my eyes shut because I'm looking at bright sunshine. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Take care. Bye for now.